Shaw here on the 16th of March 2022, and we got some nice puffy clouds going on today. The sun is hot. Boy, I'll tell you what, when it's not hiding behind the clouds and it comes out and you're in it, you could really feel it cooking you. It's kind of like a scorcher, but we have a breeze going, and the clouds are covering it up, so it's not getting too bad. But one of the things I want to talk about today that kind of is not that great is that the kids still have to do this online learning, and one of the things like my boy, when he has to do it, he basically shuts down, and he just freezes up. He needs to be around other kids in a classroom, so he could be with them. He feels like he's an actor on stage, and I feel for him, and I know it's frustrating my wife, and that just exacerbates the problem. But when I was a kid, they wanted me to get up on the stage and be a chicken, and I didn't want to do it. And I told them I didn't want to do it. Wasn't my bag, and they tried to force me into it, and no. And then of course I was labeled as a non-compliant kid, and was basically called my mother and was sent home. I told her I wasn't going to. That's not my bag. I'll go in the back and help the guys, help anybody who wants to do that. I just didn't want to do it, and I refused. And they never got me on one of them stupid stages being a chicken. Sorry. And this little guy, he doesn't want to do it either. It's not his bag. I wish they would do a study here and see the damage that they're causing to these kids. I'd like the private schools to open up so we can enroll them in a good private school. I'd like to have one that we could audit the class, to see exactly what they're teaching. I do watch when he's on there and monitor somewhat, and I like that they get up there and they have a prayer before their class and all that kind of stuff. But he's just not one to want to be center stage right now at this point in his life. So, and I don't blame him, and I don't think he should be having problems because of that. It's his way. So, you just have to work around. The best thing for a teacher or a leader to do is find the key to everybody, what makes them tick and what makes them work. And they're not doing that. They can't do that online. They got to get each little kid in there, and it's just a royal shame. And around the world, they're doing this to children. And, some kids it's okay. Some kids are going to do just fine. Others aren't. But as for my daughter, she shuts down. My boy shuts down. Moo doesn't seem to bug him so much, but it's just a royal shame that that's what they're doing. And I don't see any studies on it. I don't see any studies of all the damage that's happening to the kids. All you see is this conduit baloney and them pushing the Star Trek phaser on people. And here's the funny thing. The information's out. Why aren't the people getting it? I popped it up on my Facebook page. I just got a thing on there that I got a restriction right after I put that up. Restriction, I'll be moved down to the bottom of the list for people seeing it for 90 days. What's that all about? All I did was put out information that was ordered by a judge. Pfizer wanted to hide this stuff for 75 or 85 years, something like that. And the judge said, sorry, no. And then it came out, side effects and stuff, and I can't believe more people don't know about it. Mainstream media just doesn't want to put stuff out. You look at this Durham report now that's going on. I'm reading some of the stuff that's coming out, but I watched a channel here where the mainstream media is showing zero on it. This is way bigger than Watergate. I mean, it's tiddlywinks compared. And they got into the Oval Office and was getting information. That, guys, to me, that's treason. And look at Hillary when she was a young lawyer on the Watergate thing. She was fired because she was so crooked. She's been crooked, Hillary, her entire life. So, I just don't get it. They're not going to put this up. The media corporations are in the bag. I put a thing on there. It was from 1956 about a guy talking about despotism. Just look on the Facebook pages, and I popped it on there. And this is where this is leading, when you got to get your news from just one small group of people, and that's what you have to think. And if you want to think for yourselves, oh boy, that's a bad thing. And this is what they want. They want a totalitarian regime for everybody, and they make no bones about it. I mean, you just look at all these places that are trying to run the show with Schwabe and all these people like that, and Trudeau's and the Bidens and all these people. They're, that's what they want. They don't want you thinking for yourself. They want you doing. And then with what's going on in the country, you look at this, the greatest tax hike in history is this inflation, guys. This is how they're stealing your money. They're going to inflate the prices of everything. This fiat currency is failing, and I doubt it's going to last. I mean, I think Britain had it last time and they lost it, but they survived. And I think the U.S., and I think it would be a good thing. I think it would be a good thing if we lost the reserve currency. It would be a hard, terrible thing. But then these despots that are running the show, that are doing all these terrible, terrible things in the world, starting wars all over the place just because they can, they wouldn't have the clout to be able to do it anymore, because they just can't keep printing this money. But that's just some of my thoughts today. We are having a beautiful day. I'm going to have to run back down to Sony. They sent me another thing on there, but I'm going to pin them down when exactly I should come, because I don't want to run all the way over there again for nothing. But probably my little sweetie and I will take a ride on the bike. I want to get the bike cleaned up. I want to make sure all these rains are over first. Don't know what it's going to come. I got to check out the Westpac WX weather and see what's up. I did watch one here where he was sick, but they're not showing any major storms coming here. But that's the way she goes. Anybody out there in the U.S. that watches the channel, it seems like 65% of the people who watch the channel, according to the studio thing, are from the U.S. Let me know if you're seeing on any of these ABC, MSN, MSNBC, CNN, all this, if they're saying anything about the Durham report, or if they said anything about the Pfizer documents that have been released. I'm shocked. I am so shocked. So many people haven't seen this. They even had a thing on there, some dude in the Parliament over in England. He made a big spiel. I got to watch his whole thing about all the problems that they're having, and 7 to 10 people that got this thing. They're the ones who are not with us anymore. So there's something majorly up with this. I feel bad for anybody who was coerced into it. I know a lot of people that they were going to lose their job if they didn't get it. I talked to one fellow up here the other day, a Filipino guy, and they told him, look, and it's not really mandatory, but his company told him, look, you're going to lose your job. And he's got a really good job, and he's got a mortgage, and he's got kids, and he's his wife, the whole bit. And he was coerced into that, even though he didn't want to do it. He kept telling them, no, he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. And they said, well, you're going to lose your job on a certain date. If you don't have it by then, you're gone. Now, what the heck is that? That to me, that's not freedom, guys. You're not free when they can pull baloney like that on you, and it's a royal shame. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Any comments on this kind of stuff, let me know. I try to get to all the comments when I can. And this is Rick Shaw out.